Alright, welcome to Antigua for today's flight on TransAnguilla Airways in the Britten-Norman Islander. And this is a plane that is somewhat new to both Microsoft Flight Simulator and to myself. Been flying it for a little bit and having a really good time with it. So, let's see what we can do here. Alright, parking brake is on. Let's turn the rotating beacon on. Let's turn the mags on. Let's turn the fuel pumps on. Let's turn the fuel valves on. Let's turn the master switch and batteries on. Alright, you go through the throttle 4 times to prime the engines. There's number 4. Alright, crack it. Open the starter hood up here. Hit the port engine. Comes in, come in with the throttle. Excuse me, with the magnetos. With the mixture. Let's try that again. And we're running starboard side, same deal. Starter, come in with the mixture. Alright, let's turn the avionics and master switch on. Cover the starter again. Turn the fuel pumps off. Check the oil pressure and fuel pressure. Oil pressure and fuel pressure both fine. Let's bring the power back here a little bit. Alright. Because we are on Vance, we do want the CTAF, which is 122.8. I think that pretty much does it. This is the payware airport here for BC Bird on Antigua. It's really cool. I like it. Alright, let's lean the mixtures. For taxi, turn the nav and strobe lights on, the taxi lights on. Gauge the brakes, turn the parking brake off. I think it's going to be best to take a right here. Come out of our parking spot. One of the cool things about this plane is with the twin engines, you can basically turn it around on a dime. You just use the power from the one engine. Just gonna come out here really quick so you can see a little bit of the airport. I am basically on a mission to get all of the airports in the Caribbean. I think I'm pretty close, really. Today's flight is to Nevis, which is a little freeware airport, and that somebody made on flightsim.to, which I am constantly touting in my videos because it's such a great website. Alright, so we're coming down taxiway Alpha here, and we go all the way down to Alpha. Let's get the altimeter setting, which I should have done before. Should be doing other things while taxiing, which is what I'm doing. Oh look, there's the fire company. That's pretty cool stuff. Pretty nice day down here in the Caribbean. Seeing scattered clouds at 1800. I think it's probably higher than that. We will see. Oh look, there's the sky chefs. That's pretty cool. Takes the food down to the ladies and gentlemen on the aircraft. Apparently I've gotten a tip, but it's a pretty quiet tip because it's insane. We are approaching the runway. We're going to put on the brakes here, engage the parking brake, check the flight controls are free and correct, and they are. Check the flaps here real quick. Flaps down on that side, they're down on that side. There's the weird lady who sits in the back of the airplane. I don't know why she's there, but she is. Flaps are up on both sides, so flaps are good. Alright, mixture's rich. Let's bring the throttles to 2000. Alright, throttles to 2000. Let's check the carb heat. On the left engine, got to drop back. Carb heat on the right engine, drop. Go back. Cycle the props. And one. Gotta cycle both props twice. Back here to 2500 or thereabouts. Cycle prop again. Alright. Right prop. Okay. Cycle that again. And that's good. Suction is good on the gyro. Oil pressure and fuel pressure is good. Alright, so come back with the throttles. Okay, so we are good to go. Alright, mixtures are rich. Let's turn the fuel pumps on. Let's turn the landing light on. Let's put the takeoff flaps in. Alright, fuel pumps are on. Mixtures are rich, props full forward. Looks like we got a little bit of a, well, maybe not. I was gonna say we got a little bit of a crosswind, but I guess not. So, we are ready to go. And, departure will be on a heading of 290. We are heading, west today, so engage the brakes, turn off the parking brake. One last check, mixture is rich, fuel pumps are on, ready to go. VC Bird traffic, TransAnguilla 264, taking runway 7 for departure to the west, VC Bird. I don't see anybody on the runway. I don't see anybody coming down the final.
Enter runway 0725.
So let's see here. Heading checks for runway 7. We are good to go. Power coming in. Takeoff power is set. Props full forward, mixtures checked. Engine instruments are all in the green. Airspeed's alive, 70 knots, and rotate. Okay. Rotate is 70 pitch for 90 in this airplane. Which is right there. More. 200 AGL, come back to 2500 on the props, or excuse me, on the power, 2500 on the props, and there we have it, 2500 squared, and here we are. Alright, start our left turn. Airport here pretty soon. There it is. Along the beautiful island of Antigua. This is a pretty popular destination. The power as we climb. 25 squared. We turn our fuel pumps off. Check our fuel pressure. Fuel pressure is good. And that is our destination right over there. Like I said, this is a pretty popular destination, this island. Gets a lot of actual islander traffic, as in this islander, you know. The Anguilla carriers, TransAnguilla and Anguilla Air Services both fly pretty regular flights to VC Bird. A little bit more there. Power. Climbed to 4,500 today.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Climbing through transition altitude, huh? Actually is a departure procedure. I probably should have looked at that. I pretty much complied with it anyway. There's an island, a little island right off the end of the runway that they don't want you flying over. It must be a tourist spot, but I mean, generally speaking, you want to be a good citizen as a pilot anyway, and not be annoying. And apparently, not flying over Dog Island to the east of the airport, right off the end of runway 7, is considered not being annoying, which is good. So we're looking at 3,500 for a 3,800 rather, 4,500. Yeah, 4,100 for 4,500. Alright, 100 to go. Which means we start pushing the nose down. Level it off. First application of trim. Bring the power back to about 2,300. Push the nose down some more. Another shot of trim. It's gonna need it. And let's bring the props back here a little bit. Let's see here. There's 23 in the props. There's 23 in the power. And start leaning it out a little bit. See as I lean out the mixtures here, red knobs, you're going to see this go up. That's the exhaust gas temperature. And as that exhaust gas temperature rises, eventually it's going to stop rising and reverse. Do that right about the 16. There we go. See that, how they reversed? So now we want to come back in with the mixtures until that drops about 50 degrees on both sides. Alright, 100 degrees on both sides. There. So, engines are leaned. Descend just a hair, so it was a bit. Just trim just a little bit. And this is when you realize you left your flaps down. So I was looking at the airspeed and thinking to myself, that's a little slow for power setting. So I was just thinking in my my tiny little brain, wow, you've done a really nice job. And of course I forgot something. So, such is life, right? I've got, I don't actually really ever fly anything with takeoff flaps, so I'm just not used to it yet. Well, that's alright. So... there's a package deal on flightsim.to that gives you the airports of St. Kitts and Nevis, which is Bradshaw and St. Kitts and Vance Armory, excuse me, Nevis. Never been to this. To this island, Nevis, in the sim, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. Okay. See, there are some controllers online, but they're down near, it's over by like Aruba. So, about 10 minutes out now from Nevis. Start thinking about what we're going to do when we get there. So let's look at the airport overview here. I had the wrong charts out. I mean, it's not like I need charts to be VFR, but I like looking at the like looking at the field overview on the JEP chart, and getting the general information of the airport. So, field elevation is 25 feet, runway 1028 at Nevis. It's a 3.5 degree PAPI on the left hand side. So, PAPI guidance can only be used west and north. No, west, north and east, excuse me. So basically on the side that I am on, there's a hill 273 feet and 247 feet, 4,800 feet west of the runway 10 threshold. So that's all good. Let's hope we can make a decent landing here. I've not been having greatest success in the world landing this plane. Bring the power back here a little bit. Every once in a while I get one of those little stutters that you just saw. I don't know, people freak out about it, but I don't really think it's any big deal. I mean, unless it happens when you're in the flare, it'd be kind of annoying, but other than that, big deal. I mean, for the experience we get with this simulator, I'm not going to nitpick. Would I prefer it didn't happen? Yeah, but you know what? Flying an island or around the Caribbean on a gorgeous day. Not a lot that's going to upset me. So, 14 miles to the west. No traffic to speak of. Everything looking good. I think this Hobbs meter here is like the Hobbs meters at a lot of flight schools. I've flown this plane probably about, I don't know, 6-8 hours, maybe 10 hours. And the Hobbs says 44. I mean, that's pretty much like the Hobbs meters in most flight schools. And for those of you who aren't real world pilots or real world student pilots, the gist of that joke is that you get charged by your instructor and by the school based on Hobbs time. So, you know, that thing says 44.7 right now. If we go on an instructional flight and you land and it says 45.6, then you get charged 0.9 hours. And so the Hobbs meter, that little dial, is the bane of the existence of student pilots everywhere. Come out this way a little bit. Amory traffic, TransAnguilla 264, 8 miles to the east inbound for runway 10 Amory. A little bit forward on the mixture. St. Kitts to the north. Bradshaw Airport is right there. airport's right on the edge of the... Okay. Neat. I have a feeling this is going to be a fun little approach. Here. So we're slowing down and going down. The mixtures are rich. Let's turn the fuel pumps on here. Slow down here a little bit. Certainly time to do that. Alright. Down into the wide arc. First notch flaps. Alright. Amory traffic, TransAnguilla 264 on a left downwind for 10 Amory. Trying to keep the speed reasonable here. Alright, mixtures are rich, fuel pumps are on. Amory traffic, TransAnguilla 264, left base, runway 10 for Amory. Amory traffic, TransAnguilla 264 is on final for 10 Amory. Uh,
1 mile 5, runway 10.
let's go props full forward. Alright, props full forward, mixtures are rich, fuel pumps are on. Good. This is where this airplane gets really touchy to any sort of power change. Just a slight power change and it really upset things. So just keeping that power where it was. There was a quick pitch up there. Little bit of a left crosswind, it looks like. Power a little bit. And power out. greatest landing in the world? No, but it'll do. It'll do. Come check out this neat little airport. Yeah, we got the fire station. Okay. Need the mixtures just a little bit for taxi. But I don't know what this airport really looks like. I would venture to guess it probably doesn't. I would guess that terminal building probably doesn't look quite like this, but that's alright. Come down here. Park right in front here so we can get a good look. Juice here. Alright, throttles to idle. Mixtures to idle cutoff. Alright, let's turn the fuel pumps off. The lights off. Mags off. Avionics master. Continue. Turn the master and battery off. So, there's the crew walking over to that TBM. Fuel station. Neat little airport. Again, this is freeware from flightsim.to. And honestly, can you really complain about freeware airports that look like this? No, you can't. So, that was a fun little flight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. First flight in the Islander in, well, first recorded flight anyway. So, hope you guys take care. Bye.